Welcome, Advocates for Justice, Foreclosure Defense Paralegal Service. We are different and we prove it. My name is Coach Neighbors. Today we're going to talk about a new legal document that I put together to block the eviction process. This new document we're going to be adding to our website here pretty quick. What it is it's a response and counterclaim to the unlawful detainer document that they serve you to start that whole eviction process. People don't realize that whole process, even though it's in eviction court, is just like a civil lawsuit against you or whatever. And you can file a counterclaim in it. So what I put together is a response and counterclaim for $5.5 million that you can file right in the eviction process. But before we get to all that, I want to let you guys know, please leave me comments down below in the comment section about what you'd like to hear me address in my videos. Because I want to make sure that I'm talking about things that you guys find value in and things that are important. So you guys leave me a comment down below and let me know what things you'd like to have me cover in my videos. And that'll help me make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to earn you guys subscribing to my channel. Oh, and if you're fighting a foreclosure without an attorney, you need to subscribe to my channel, okay? Because you will receive free tips and strategies that you can use in court tomorrow. I'm different than most other foreclosure channels on YouTube. I've watched several of them, and most of them just like talk on and on about stuff. They never actually give you any tips that can help you in foreclosure defense. That's what we do here, and that's why we're different. So I need you guys to share my channel with people so they'll come to the channel and watch it. Even if they're not in foreclosure, I still would like them to subscribe to my channel, because that subscription doesn't cost anybody anything. But what it does is it lets YouTube know that you guys find value in what I'm doing here. And that's very important. So let's get over to, before we get to the actual document, we want to talk about the strategies of the document before we get to that. Because our strategy is to attack using a unconventional strategy, because attorneys are the ones that structured the conventional foreclosure defense program that they use and most people just use. And that program only offers three options. It offers a loan modification, short sale, and bankruptcy, you know? And I'm like, I wonder why they didn't offer an option of wrongful foreclosure and find these things that we have found in their process that we can use in court to defend you. I wonder why they don't do that. I'll let you guys think about that on your own. Okay, so if you're operating from the conventional foreclosure defense side, the problem that you're going to run into is you will not be able to get on the record what you need for your appeal. And this is why, one of the reasons why the judges, they always tell you, I don't care, go appeal it, file your appeal. Because they know if you're fighting on the conventional side of things, you're not going to end up getting anything on the record that you can use in an appeal. And when I say that, you'll have one lady tell me, well, I have all this evidence that they were doing all those things. No, that's not what you need to have on the record, okay? What you need to have on the record is what the court and those guys have all been doing wrong. That's what you need to have on the record, because that is what's most important here. Because if they violate you at signing and are doing all this illegal stuff, it's not going to do you any good to go into court and try to follow their rules, because they already have it set up to, boom, boot you out the back door. So the strategy behind the documents that you file in court when you're working with me will be to get information, to get the evidence, to get the stuff on the record that you need for an appeal. So when the appeal time comes, you can hold these people accountable for what they've done, okay? There's a whole lot different strategy than going into court and arguing all of these things they said you did and how much payments and all that. Because the whole system that they're using is set up on fraud. So if you go in arguing that stuff and trying to defend yourself, you're going to end up right where you're at now, but in a worse position because they're going to be throwing you out of your house. So the other thing is we teach people how to attack the person who actually signed the document to start the foreclosure against your property. A lot of people don't even know who actually signed the document. If you're in a judicial foreclosure, that document would be the petition or the complaint or whatever they filed against they served to you with a summons to start the foreclosure process. That document is always signed by only the attorney. The bank doesn't sign it anywhere. And if you're in a non-judicial foreclosure, that document that you need to look at to see who signed, so you'll know who actually is doing the foreclosure against your property. That document is a notice of default letter. Okay, that letter is supposed to be signed by only the trustee, but it never is. The attorneys sign it all the time. So they're actually the ones that are initiating the foreclosure against your property. Excuse me. So now if you're like suing them, do you have the right person as a number one defendant? You better check, because if you have the lender as a number one defendant, you're in trouble, because the lender is not the number one defendant should not be the number one defendant on your wrongful foreclosure lawsuit against him, because people need to understand the lender doesn't sign any of the paperwork. You have to go by the paperwork that they give you. Okay, look and see who signed that paperwork, and whoever is the signature on that paperwork that initiated all that is the person that should be the number one defendant on your lawsuit. And if you don't have the right person on there, then it's really easy for them to throw you out, because they, under Rule 12B, you didn't file anything you can get a claim on because you're not claiming the right person. The other goal is to back the attorney up in the corner with their fraud, and to, force them to visualize a shared liability. Because if you filed the lawsuit and you added the attorneys, that's what we do. We add the attorneys as the number one defendant, we add the law firm as the second defendant, and we add the servicer or the last lender, even though we know that the lender already claimed it on the insurance. Okay, we know the lender already claimed it on the insurance, but the lender also, after they claimed it, provided this information to these people to come after you as a debt collector. So we want to make the attorney have to protect the lender, okay? Or, and that's why we add the lender. But and you'll see how that works later on down the road. So the new document is a $5.5 million response and counterclaim for wrongful eviction, trespass, slander, libel, and intentional emotional distress. I think that covers most of it. So I cannot wait to see the look on their face in eviction court, because in eviction court, most people don't realize that eviction court can only make a determination on immediate possession. They cannot make a determination on a title dispute. And so people go into eviction court arguing their title dispute. I'm still, and the judge just mows you over because they don't want to hear that. And they don't move the case over to a court that can hear the title dispute so you can be heard. They just mow you over, and now you got 5 or 10 days to get off your property. People need to understand that eviction court cannot make a determination on title dispute. So when you file this document in eviction court, you're actually creating a title dispute, because it's a counterclaim for $5.5 million. So it's your lawsuit against them for the eviction. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't come up with this a long time ago. So eviction court has a problem, because eviction court is not a court of record. So anytime something is filed in that court that has to be heard by a court of record, it has to be moved over to state court. And that's going to be a problem for them, because the strategy behind this package is you're going to already have it filed in state court. Okay, you're going to have it filed in state court, and then you're going to file it again in eviction court. Now, the reason you're filing in eviction court is to stop everything right now. Okay, the other package that we got set up, you file in federal court, and then you got to run back and forth while they're trying to ignore you, whatever, to get it stopped. So we're taking a direct approach at this time. Okay, this document is to be filed right in eviction court, and since eviction court is not a court of record, they should have to stall everything and send it over to state court. But you're already going to have it filed in state court. You just haven't told them yet. Okay, so once you get it stopped, then you can just tell them, I'm going to need you guys to transfer my file over to state court for me, please, and thank you. And they're done. Their hands are tied. There's nothing they can do about it. This is how you take control of the eviction process. This document also comes with a United States of America state citizenship affidavit of state citizenship, and it comes with a cease and desist letter. So if you guys are facing the eviction process, you need to head over to our website and get this document. I have it priced so everybody can afford it. It's unbelievably priced at $75. Now, this document doesn't come with the same support as the other documents that are listed on my website. Okay, no phone support at $75. I know it's going to be a lot of people using it, and I'm not going to have time to take all those calls. But you can go to my Facebook page, Foreclosure Help. I think the title of Foreclosure Rescue, the original name was Foreclosure Help, and join my group. And when the questions come up that you have to fill out, just put in there you bought the eviction document, or you need to learn about the eviction document or something, and that way I'll know that that's why you're joining the group, and I'll let you in. You can ask questions about in the group, or you can ask me questions in the group and just tag my name in them. I can get to them when I can. Most of the time I'm on the computer most of the day, so it probably wouldn't take me too long if you tag me inside that group. Now I have another group as a paralegal Facebook page. I don't spend a lot of time in that group, so on that page. So if you guys want to talk to me, you need to come over to the Foreclosure Rescue page and talk to me there. The other place you can find the documents at winincourtnow.com, or you can just give me a call. Ask for Coach Neighbors, 913-240-0227. Thank you. I'll see you guys on the next video. And I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. It's a secret, so you got to listen up.